Dinankah is Trayovimshatitamah Dinankah. April 23rd, second class, 4:30 to 6 Ramayanam. Just to Mangalacharanam. Before I forget, next class is going to be on after 3 weeks on May 14th. Second Saturday. Yes, sir.
I'm not able to start the recording for some reason.
Okay, Ravi, we're okay. I can start if you want. I can back up. Okay.
I have started the recording.
Okay, even I've started. Okay. Okay, we are fine, Vasu. I'm recording. Okay, don't worry. It's okay. So thank you. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Bhijata Nishacharasamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Raman Nasti Paranam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhautame Bho Rama Mamudhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane Sri Ramanama Varanana Onnama Iti. Last time we have taken this Prathama Sarga now. The Prathama Sarga has more than 200 shlokas. Okay, I think 210 or something it has. So we're going to do, of course, Sankshepena. We're going to take the Katha. Try to give one shloka from the Katha so we can follow the story. We cannot take, because of time, we cannot take that many shlokas, but we want to give enough to at least take one shloka from each prasanga, from each kind of episode, take at least one shloka. So in the Sankshipta Ramayanam, we saw there are 2-3 things taking up here. First, the Utpatanam is, Hanuman, Sri Hanuman takes off from this side, and then he meets the Mainaka mountain. He passes him. Then he meets the Surasa. Then he meets Simhika. So that is what, this is the sequence. And then he lands in Lanka. That's his last, that is Tatra Lankayam, says Nipatanam. He falls down. He lands in Lanka. So we've taken one shloka, and thanks to Radha for the document. We've taken one shloka for each incident. Last time we took the first one, Utpatanam, which is Prayanam, Prasthanam. We saw Tato Ravana Nitayaha Sitayaha Shatrukarshanaha Yesh Padamanveshtum Charana Charite Pathi. So in order to seek out Sita who were abducted by Rama, Rama, who were abducted by Ravana. So he took off, and he went along the paths which was frequented by the Charanas. Basically, he went through the sky. We saw it last time. The first thing comes at the Mainaka mountain now, comes out from the ocean to give Vishrama, to give him rest, Vishramartham. So that's what we're going to see today. We're going to see the next shloka. There are a lot of shlokas in between there talking about, how the mountain was oppressed by, Hanuman, how all the Gandharvas were there, then they came out of the mountain, all that. So we are skipping those details. The main next event we are taking, again, we saw the Shamshikta Varnam, we saw it, the Sankshiptam. So from that we are taking the next prasanga, which is the Mainaka. Namaste, Balramji is here. Let me see. Namaste, Balramji.
Namaste, Ji.
You try this one. Let's try this shloka. I will try this way. We should take the English. So even if you don't want to do too much Vyakaranam, just make the connection that these shlokas are not that difficult. I said to you, Ramayanam is not that difficult. It's about the same level Vyakaranam as Gita. If you know Gita well, even fairly well, Ramayana will give you practice. 24,000 verses to practice. If you have a beautiful Gita Press translation. You can just connect the English words, you can practice. So that's what we do in this class, and take some Vyakaranam. Take some Vyakaranam when we have a chance. So let us start with this shloka. And okay, let me move the document. I'm sorry. Let me open my document. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me keep the document ready also. Okay. So last time we had this Ravana Nita and Karshanaha. So we did this last time. So today is, let me put this one here. Today is April 23rd class, so we'll take this one. So we'll do some Vyakaranam, but maybe not that much to, bog us down. And we'll give Ravi some exercise of Vyakaranam. So April 23rd today. Okay, let's start with the shloka. Okay, what we have. And these shloka numbers are coming from the Gita Press edition. Okay, because there's a lot of Patha Vedas here also. In Ramayanam, there are entire adhyas which are part Vedas. This is Ramayanam, there are, I'm sorry, why I don't see the page review in my browser. I think Yulia, we have this, Yulia, this page is not published yet, Yulia. So you have to have the permission. We can give you that. That's why you don't see it. I'm sorry. You don't see it right now because it's not been published yet, the page. Okay, we'll publish it shortly. We'll do that. We can publish that shortly. So, okay. But we can give permission also, Yulia, to get access to the page, okay? Okay, so Balramji, let's start. Eva muktaha kapisheshtastam nagottamam abravit. Pritosmi kritamatityam manyureshopaniyataam. Punarekavaram. Eva muktah kapisheshtastam nagottamam abravit. Pritosmi kritamatityam manyureshopaniyataam. Best thing you can do is keep on reading, keep on reading, keep on reading, keep on reading, keep on reading. It'll come to you slowly, 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 clearly, loudly. Eva muktah kapisheshtastam nagottamam abravit. Pritosmi kritamatityam manyureshopaniyataam. Ravi, Ravi, padacheda for us, Ravi.
Yes, Satish.
Okay, go ahead. Padacheda and we'll give it to Balram for translation then. Okay.
Evam
uktaha
kapishreshtaha tam nagottamam abravit pritaha asmi krutam
no, one more.
Krutam atithyam manyuhu eshaha apaniyatam.
So one thing we just started the Tingandam Prakaranam. So here we have 3 words which are verbs, which are called verb Tingantani. Ting. Can you spot them for us, Ravi? Which are the 3?
I can guess the verbs.
You can, okay, yes, let's okay, start.
So it's abravit.
Abravit. What pratyaya is there, you think, Balam? You'll try. Let me give you a choice here. Because we just did in the first class. We can give you a choice. We have 18 choices, okay? We used to give you a first class synopsis very briefly for you. Is that it has to be one of these 18 to start with. These
I know it's past tense.
Very good, but that doesn't tell you which. To answer this question, it's Parasya Padam or Atmane Padam. There are 18 of these. The first 9 and the Pratyaya gets Sanya, by the way. As Vasu has a question as clarifying. The Sanya of Parasya Padam or Atmane Padam comes to the Pratyaya. Where the Dhatu becomes Parasya Padi, Parasya Padin Pratipadikam, Atmane Padi, Atmane Padin Pratipadikam. So Dhatu is one which will take a Pratyaya, which has the Sanya of Parasya Padam or Atmane Padam. So these first 9, because of these get the Sanya of Atmane Padam, Tangana Atmane Padam. The remaining left Parasya Padam. So we have choice between these and this, okay. So what do we have in Abravit? Let's start looking, it's like a puzzle for us now, Look at the ending, we have a Takara here, Takara.
It's passive voice.
No, it's active voice. Active voice. Okay, this lesson for Balram, it's a lesson for you. I repeated many times in the first class today. Lesson for you, Balram, is that in the passive is always Atmane Padam.
Okay.
One more time. The passive is always Atmane Padam. So Bhava Karmano Ho. Never forget that. If you say it is passive, it has to be one of these second 9 then. Second 9. To atam jo. Thas atam dvam. Id vahi mahing. So looks like to might be a possibility, but unfortunately there's no sutra to remove the akara at the end. Now who is the karta here, Balram? You can tell them. Who's the doer of this action? Abravit.
Hanuman.
Yeah, Kapisheshtaha.
Yeah.
Now comes in Gita, right? Always keep the Gita. Let's not forget Gita ever. So it comes in Gita, Raja Vachanam Abravit. Raja Vachanam Abravit. A very beginning of Gita, very straightforward. I think second or third shloka of the Gita is that Tishtva tu Pandava Nikam Yughandryodhanastada Acharam upasangamya Raja vachanam abravit. Abravit. Very straightforward. Duryodhanaha Raja Acharam upasangamya vachanam abravit. One thing abravit is that abravit dhatu buru can be dvikarmakaha. He said these words to this teacher. So it may take to karma, doesn't have to take, it may take. It's not taking it right now. So what abravit? So now abravit is, you're right, adagama is there. We're trying to talk which pratyaya has been used over here. We have a takara at the end. We start guessing. Now, we do know the karta is Sri Hanuman. So the karta is a prathama purusha, English
Singular.
third person. Singular,
Yeah.
very good. Singular also. Then we have only two choices left now. We have only tip and ta. Tip and ta. That's all we have now. Only two choices. Because tip, taji, etc. Ta, atam, ja, etc. So if you know the karta, it's like a puzzle. It's like a fun exercise, you know. We know these 18. Must be tip or ta. Tip or ta. Now it so happens it is tip. It is tip. Because this dhatu bru, actually we were just talking in the other class, in dhatu patha, this dhatu bhu has the so what is dhatu in dhatu patha, Ravi? Dhatu, I think brewing, right? This is the Chavarga Panchama.
It should be brewing Vyaktayam Vachi.
Vyaktayam Vachi, very good. So what Ravi is saying is that in the dhatu part, dhatu is brewing Vyaktayam Vachi. Vyaktayam Vachi means not like making like incoherent sounds, you know. Brew means to talk something sense. Sense means some words. Like when birds make a noise and all, doesn't come under Vyaktayam Vachi. It's clear speech, clear, understandable speech is brew Vyaktayam Vachi. But we just saw in the earlier class today that this dhatu brewing has the cha varga panchama as an it. And we just saw in the class today that basically makes it ubhayapadi. How it become ubhayapadi? Or the fact that we saw sutram today, which says that this dhatu will take the affix atmanepadam when the fruit of the action accrues to the doer. That was, I think, 1374. I think the sutram is 1374, which is the 72. Suritanita atmanepadam. Suritanitaha kartrupraya kriya phale. This dhatu brewing has this as an it. So unfortunately for us, it becomes complicated now. It can take the atmanepadam on the condition that the fruit of the action accrues to the doer. But this condition is not followed in the language. In the language, this condition of the fruit accruing to the doer is not followed. Technically, that should be the condition to be satisfied to take atmanepadam. Then sheshat kartri parasmapadam. It can take parasmapadam also. So as a shortcut for us, if you see a dhatu in the dhatu patha, which has this chavarga panchama, this jajanya as an it, it becomes ubhayapadi in short. And in the Gita example which I like to give is that ye pachanti atmakaranat. Pachanti atmakaranat in Gita. Look at this, I was just talking to Vasu before the class. Pachanti atmakaranat. Now how is that now? Because this dhatu is ubhayapadi dhatu, pach dhatu. What is the dhatu in dhatu patha, Ravi? Do pachash, I think, pach dhatu, Ravi.
Dupachash Pake.
Dupachash Pake is ubhayapadi or not? But
Yes, that is. It should be Ubhayapadi.
let's see, because of what? Pachi.
Sarita.
Oh, Swarita it. Okay. Ubhayapadi. Swarita it. Okay. Because this says Swarita it, also Ubhayapadi. So in the Gita exam I was talking to us about the class is that ye pachanti atmakaranat. The Gita has a not to digress too much, but we're talking about different parasya padam and atmanepadam, and technically, a dhatu which can take both, can take either, I should say, should only take atmanepadam, when the fruit of the action accrues to the doer for himself. And in Gita we have this usage, and it unfortunately doesn't follow this principle, because it's very nice. Ye pachanti atmakarana. Look at this one. Very nice example. We just saw dhatu pach, ubhayapadi dhatu. Okay, how about that? It says this shloka specifically says atmakaranat. They cook for themselves. They enjoy themselves. For themselves, they're doing it. But parasyapada has been used. Look at this. This dhatu is ubhayapadi. And Panini says that It says that these dhatus will take the Atmanepadam. Atmanepadam they should take. Kartru Vipraya Kriya Phale. Kartru Abhipraya Kriya Phale. When you do something to benefit yourself, take Atmanepadam. But Gita says, Ye Pachanti Atmakarana. Prasthanapadam. So in short, the bottom line is that even though Panini has said this condition is blatantly violated in the language. It is blatantly violated in the language. So we can almost ignore this part. Basically, it means that if we have a Suritak Nit, which we have Dhatu Bru right now, Dhatu Bru can take either one. So now, if you could look at the Dhatu part of Balram, if you knew it's going to be only after, then the job was easy. We already know the Karta is what, and who what the Vivaksha is, and we will be done. So we have two choices. We have Tip, and we also have Tip, and we also have the. So this is the Pratyay Tip here, Balaramji. Pratyay is Tip. Tip. The Tip, there is a sutram which you haven't learned, which is Itascha. Whenever this Lakara is lung Lakaraha, and the sutram Itascha comes. Itascha means the ending, this Ikara drops. This Ikara, ending Ikara drops when you have a Lakara, which has the Kavarga Panchama as an It, like lung, ling, lung, rung. In these cases, that ending Itascha, Nityam, Nitaha, Itascha. So that if you knew that sutram by any chance, then you would have guessed that this. I'm seeing a ta at takara at the end, but I know Itascha. Not only that, there is one more clue for you. Ram, there is an idagama, there is an adagama, abravit, and abravit adagama only comes in lung, lung, and rung. Only in lung, lung, and rung. Lung, lung, rung, shvurudata. So if you knew that, then you can probably guess that this is going to be a Itascha, the Ikara is dropped. Okay, Ravi, you want to put in details for us, Ravi? That is form. We'll go a little bit fast because it takes too much time otherwise. So, okay, Ravi, let's start with Bru plus, there's one special sutram here, which Ravi will tell which one it is. Okay, Ravi, Bru plus lung. Okay, Bru plus lung. What's the next step over here? We, of course, remove the it letters, Halantyam, Upadeshadana Nasika it, and then we get, so this Bru plus lung, Anajjatane lung. This is the past tense, as Balaram said, past tense, but it's past tense not of today. Past tense not of today, so it becomes Anajjatane lung. Anajjatane, Ravi is coming back in a second. Anajjatane, oh good, okay. Anajjatane lung. So, Anajjatane. So 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay, we try and figure it from Abravit, Ravi. So let's try to put some sutras here. So people who want to put details. So Anajjatane lung. What's the next step, Ravi?
Bru plus Tip.
So we'll do Halantyam Pudishinanasika Lascha and make it Tip. And then we can also make Itascha. So we can do all that in one step now to keep it short and sweet. So we do all that in one step. The steps are Halantyam Upadeshanasika It, then Lasya Tiptasji and Itascha. So I'm just going to put ta over here. Now putting all that together, we're going to get ta. So I'm just going to put here 3, 4, 78. Tip comes in here, and then Itascha. Okay, next step, Ravi.
Now Adagama.
No, we'll keep it last, Ravi, because this is Antarangam.
Okay.
So
Then Bruva Eat.
Before that, Kartari Shap, Shapluk.
Shapluk, because Adadigana.
Adadigana, Adipapatibhya Shapaha. Adadigana, the second Gana Dhatu, the Shap is look, it's lost basically. So this is Adipapatibhya Shapaha, which is the Adipapatibhya Shapa is 2, 4, 72. So Shap comes and goes, but the Shap takes a look illusion, it cannot do in Yangakaram because of the Nilumatangasya. So even though Shap has come and gone, Pratyay Lavipratyay Lakshanam, Nilumatangasya. Cannot do in Yangakaryam. So we'll put that as the next step, Shap coming and going. Because Shap has to become Kartari Shap. We saw in the class today, in the earlier class, Kartari Shap. So Kartari Shap comes, it does come, but then Adipapatibhya Shapaha, and then 2, 4, 72, then Nalumatangasya, otherwise Guna could have been done, bro. So Bruta. And now comes what Ravi said, Bruva Eat. It's a special sutram. This is the one sutram is special to Bru. Bruva Eat. What's the anuvritti there, Ravi, you think?
Bruvaf Parasya हलादेव पितः ईडागमः स्यात्.
I'm impressed, Ravi, very impressed, very impressed. So we got the whole thing. So basically that means dhatu bru has a special rule over here. It says that when you have pratyaya following which is a haladi, sarvadhatuka pratyaya, right? And so bruha paraha, so bruva eat. So it has to have the pit also. Pit pratyaya, tip pratyaya, tip sip mip basically. It has to have the haladi, sarvadhatuka pratyaya. In that case, bruva. So that's the special rule here. Bruva eat, bruva eat. Everything else is common rules. Or we look at the domain of each rule. Look at the domain of each rule. How big a domain does it have? So bruviti, bruvaha parasya haladehe pitaha eat syat. So it has to be haladi, pit pratyaha. It doesn't say sarvadhatukam, right? It doesn't matter, I guess it doesn't matter. It's interesting, Ravi. In the Kashika, you have sarvadhatukasya. The Kaumudi doesn't have sarvadhatukasya. What vritti did you give me, Ravi? What is the vritti?
I gave you the Laghu vritti, Satish.
What was it? Say it again. This one you have here?
Yeah. Bruvaha parasya haladev pitaha eat syat.
But didn't say sarvadhatukam, right? Interesting. Okay. Kashika is sarvadhatukasya. Doesn't matter. We have sarvadhatukam anyway. Doesn't matter to us. But anyway, so I don't know why. Because it's coming. Anuvritti is coming. I think sarvadhatuka is coming down here. But okay. Anyway, this is complications. But seventh is the id agama. This is not to be confused with the id agama becoming dirgha, by the way. Don't confuse this with the id agama becoming dirgha. The id becomes dirgha also, like grihitva sadgrahan comes in Gita. That's an id agama becoming dirgha. This is not that. Because this is an id agama coming directly by 1793. Bruva eat. So now what we have now? So this is a special rule. Bruva eat, and we now got bru plus the id agama, of course, halantyam, adyantau takitau, we get this. So bru eat. Next step, Ravi.
Now we do gunaha. Sarvadhatuka ardhadhatuka.
Yes, even though shap came and was gone, and shap cannot do any action, but the tip pratyaya is there, which is the this ta. And that can definitely do gana by sarvadhatuka, ardhadhatuka yoho. And we can do made bro. Echo yavayava become bravit. And final step is the adagama. I'll put it all together to save time. Adagama is the final step because you want to finish the antarangam first. The bru to guna, bu became bro, and bro became brav. Bro became bravs. Bru to guna became bro, and bro became brav. And then of course the eat is still there. So we had guna by sarvadhatuka, ardhadhatuka yoho, and then echo yavayavaha, and finally, echo yavayavaha, yeah, correct, 617, echo yavayavaha, and finally also you have the adagamaha, abravit. The Vishesha Sutram here is the one with the smallest domain, the rule with the smallest domain. Because look at this, lang lakara comes after every dhatu. It's a big, huge domain for this one. Tiptaji after every lakara. Itascha, all dhatus, when the lakara is ignorant in it, also quite a big domain. Katri shap everywhere. Then adipradhiva shapa for all dhatu the adadi ganha. Still small domain, but not that small. It is for every dhatu adadi ganha. Then comes nanumatangasya is a very general paribhasha which applies in many places. This one is bruva eat. Only for the dhatu bru. Only the pratyaya following as Ravi says haladi pit. Then only and probably sarvadhatukam also. You get the eat. So bruva eat. Okay. Abravit means he said. Basically, yes, sir.
Satish,
Yes.
I have a question here.
Yes.
The alternative use could have been lit, right?
No, lit
But
could
the
not
same-
have been. Yeah, lit. What happens in the lit is that bru becomes vacha.
Bruvo vachihi.
Bru vachihi. Yeah, lit could have technically would be almost better because this parokshe lit we talked about that this distinction between parokshe aparokshe is not out in the language verse. So unfortunately, what Vasu is pointing out is that anajyatane lung, but then parokshe lit. Anajyatane, same condition. Anajyatane parokshe lit. Who's speaking now? Valmiki is speaking. Now the action is happening with Hanumanji, with talking to Mainaka. So presumably Valmiki wasn't there. We don't know what the story is. But if he wasn't there, then lit should be used. Parokshe lit should be used then. But this distinction between the parokshe aparokshe is not used in the language that strictly Vasu. So even though lit should technically have been used, lung is used flexibly in that also. even though it's not parokshe, lung is being used. Then as one more thing in this dhatu bru is that, as Ravi said, we had the vach adesha. Will become bru becomes vach, become vacha. So the bru will not have this form in the bru vachihi. So the bru takes a completely different form. Vach becomes vach ardha dhatu ke. So that's another problem. So, but the point is well understood that lit should have been
The
more.
question I have is, I'm trying to understand in English,
Yes.
what would be the subtle difference in between lung and the lit?
Lit means he kind of had said, the action is perfect.
Oh, perfect.
And perfect. It's a finished action.
Yeah.
And it is not experienced by the doer. By the speaker. So in English,
So
you don't have this. In English, you don't have distinction of paroksha, So to say that this action is not experienced by the doer, we kind of like had said, like once upon a time. So that is
So
English.
anargyatane literally means that it could be today. It is not immediate past.
Yeah,
You
not
can
a
use them.
it could be there, but for that qualifies both lung and lit both qualify for that. But the lit
Yeah.
has a condition on that paroksha only.
Oh,
So both can be, but lit being paroksha, it ends up being once upon a time. Because once upon a time something happened, I was not there. The speaker doesn't. Chances are, he wasn't there. Doesn't have to be, but generally when you talk about like itihasa, like that, then lit is used most of the time. Otherwise, recent past.
so in English, it is the past perfect and past tense, simple
I
tense.
think that probably also that's a good way to look at it. Also, yes, correct. Perfect means action is completed. This is perfect. Lit is called as perfect. Yeah, correct. So that could be once completed action way in the past, and the speaker didn't experience that action. Perfect. That's called a perfect action. So yeah, in English terms, I'm not very familiar with English terms, but yeah, that would be a distinction I would think also. Is the had said, and also that the speaker wasn't there. Okay, well now you got abravit. So he said, Kapish Shrestha abravit. Who did he speak to now? Speak to? Balaji, you have the speaker. Who's the current one?
Mainaka.
Mainaka. But tam nagottamam. Tam nagottamam.
That means
That
jewel among mountains, maybe.
Yes, very good. Jewel among mountains. Nagot, what kind of samas is this, Ravi? Nagottamam.
Naganam uttamaha.
Naganam uttamaha. Best among mountains. Same thing. Kapinam shreshtaha. Kapinam shreshtaha. Naganam uttamam abravit. So the best among the monkeys spoke to the best among the mountains. To that, because you've taken a shloka in between now, this is already referred to in the prior. So tam, purva varnitam, purvoktam. Nagotam abravit. Now how about this some? Evam means in avyam anena prakaran, in this manner. English means thus. Uktaha is spoken to. It's a passive usage. Dhatu is vach. Taken sampasaranam by vachi, swapi, yajadinam kiti. Taken sampasaranam by 6.1.15. Let's put the two numbers quickly here. If anybody wants to go in details. First of all, there is a in nishedha becomes ukta. You can look at these two rows by this vach is a anudhatu for dhatu. In nishedha also look at vachi, sapi, yajadinam kiti, samprasaranam, samprasaranach, puraparayoho ekadeshaha, also chohokuhu, sandhikaram, chohokuhu. Vach becomes ukta, chohokuhu. Okay, ukta means spoken to, thus spoken to. Thus spoken to is qualifying Kapish Shrestha Hanuman. So thus spoken to, he said to that. So you tell me the connection here. So spoken to is what? Spoken to is?
Evam uktaha.
Uktaha. As above?
Is evam.
Evam. Hanuman, the foremost of monkeys?
Yeah, Hanuman is not given, but foremost of monkeys is Kapish Shrestha.
Kapish Shrestha replied?
Abravit.
To the aforesaid?
Oh.
Only two words left now. Tam
Yeah, Naga Uttamaha is there, but I thought that will be. Is it Uttamaha?
Nagottamam is jewel among mountains, coming later, jewel among mountains.
Okay. Oh, Tam. Tam.
Tam, very good.
Yeah.
Tam, purva, aforesaid. See how well they translate, Gita Press? It's to the aforesaid. Tam means that, to that. You can say to that, to the aforesaid. Aforesaid. So tam. Every word is translated. So that's why these works, these books are so useful of Gita Press, because they faithfully translate every word so nicely, as far as possible. So one more time. Spoken to is uktaha. As above is evam, thus. Hanuman best of monkeys, kapisheshta. Replied abravit. To the afore, the two understood karma. Aforesaid is the tam, and the two dvitiya, dvitiya vibhakti, tam, two. And then the aforesaid is tam. We got that. Jula mountains nagottamam. Now the next part, can you find Tigantam Padam here for us, Balram? The next two, there are two of them down here.
The verb, you mean?
The verb. They are just called the verbal form. See, they're called verbal roots, and what the Tigantam is, is a verbal, complete verb, conjugated verb. Like if he is going, I'm looking, he's doing, that is so.
Apaniyatam is one.
Which apaniyatam, very good. You got the difficult one. There's the easy one.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think, asmi.
Asmi, very good. Of course, asmi. So asmi is straightforward. Dhatu as belongs to the adadi ganaha. So chap has taken. Look again. So lat lakaraha vartamane lat vartamane. This is in quotations now. This is in quotations. So this can take present tense now. Don't be surprised by that. It's taking a present. We are in the past in the story. We are in the scene is already in the past now. Hanuman said to him in the past that I am pleased. So that you can use Vartamane also, because Vartamane refers to that time. So we already put the whole scene into the past by saying Abravit, and then we are talking about this one. In fact, comes in Gita, right? Because Raja Vachanam Abravit Paschaitam Pandaputranam Acharamahati Chamom Yudhandraputrena Tavashishena Dhimata Trashura. So from after Abravit in Gita, then after that he talks in the present tense. He says, Vartante. So everything here after Abravit, this is quotation now. Paschaitam Pandaputranam Achas. All this over here, Atra Shura Maheshwasa, all this is going to be in quotations now. Maharathas, Vishishtai, Tan Niboda Dujottama. This is all present tense now. This is all everything. They see Abhirakshan too. I'm trying to find present tense. You can find okay. And you didn't find, but it's in quotation. That's in quotation. So this part is in quotation. So asmi is the present tense form, the hatu as, but lat again the same two rules are going to come here, which is adiprapritibhya shapaha. Adiprapritibhya shapaha takes shapluk takes place, and then that's it. Dhatu is asmi. Straightforward. Pritaha. Dhatu is to please. Pritaha means I have been pleased. I am pleased. Pritaha asmi. That's one part. Pritaha is one. See, as I said, one shloka doesn't mean that. Let's see. Radha has a question. Uttam. Or Pashya. No, Pashya is Radha. That's a lot lakaraha. So lot does not really give the kala. Does not give the kala. So Pashyaitam is the verb. I understand that, but Pashya is a lot lakara. Is a mood. It doesn't talk about a tense. Doesn't tell you past tense, etc. So I was trying to find a lat lakara form in that quotation of Duryodhana. I didn't find quickly. So yeah, Pashya is a dhatu, correct, but it's not. It doesn't give you a tense. So there are, as I said, one shloka doesn't mean one sentence. Many times it will have that. Many times the one shloka will qualify for one sentence. But ekating vakyam is that if you have a tingantam creates a vakyam. So we already had one vakyam that he said to him. Then we had Prita Hasmi, I am pleased. Then comes the third vakyam. Kritam atityam, third sentence now. Vartate you can say. Kritam atityam. So you have shown hospitality. Kritam atityam. The third sentence. Then the fourth sentence is Manyur esho apaniyatam. Esha manyo apaniyatam. So esha manyo. This the manyo It has various meanings. Unfortunately, today our online update is not working. I think online update is not working. Let me try it. Let me see if it's working now by any chance.
Yeah, even I tried. Yesterday also it was not working.
It was not working here. Oh, you did homework. I'm impressed. You did homework yesterday. That's good. Good to hear that. So much.
No, it wasn't homework, but I was referring for something else. Sorry.
Good, good. Yeah, it's not working. So yeah, it's not working. Okay. So manyu has a few meanings. Manyu can be anger. Manyu can also be downcastness, sadness, disappointment. Disappointment. It says that here, if you look at what the Tikakara says, manyaho dainyam, to be downcast or disappointed, one who loses heart. So this one is, by the way, these numbers in the shlokas are slightly different in the different editions. Really, sargas which have many shlokas, the numbers can be off. It can be off, but there's quite a lot. This is manyoho, manyoho is puja anangi karajam dainyam, because I didn't accept your hospitality. Puja anangi karajam dainyam, which is the disappointment that you may have, or that I didn't accept your hospitality. Another commentator says, manyoho dainyam apaniyatam. Manyoho. They all give similar meanings. Manyoho kopaha. Oh, kopaha. Oh, you say anger. Matkruta puja nagrihita. So the puja which I did, you didn't accept my worship or my honoring of you. Didn't accept that. Matkruta puja nagrihita iti kopaha nirasyatam ityartaha. So that's one gives oh, by the way, update is working on this address. Okay, so one second. Do you see the Ravi? Julia is saying update is working, Ravi, on the address. Okay, let's see.
That's some address in Japan, Satish.
It is working there, but 1 second. You let me try that one. Hold on. I can't try to copy this fellow. Oh, it's here. Okay, let me try it. Oh, this one is working here, is it? Okay. Okay. Input. Okay.
You have to input in iTrans, Satish.
Oh, in I to not Devnavi won't work here?
No, Devnavi won't work.
Let me try. Okay, let's see. Manyu. This is a new one for me, so bear with me. Manyu. Manyu. Okay.
You should select iTrans, I think. Oh, it works.
So rage or fury or wrath. So it is, yeah. Anger, indignation means that you have been wronged by something. So grief or sorrow. Here it is. Grief, sorrow. Thank you. Grief, sorrow, affliction. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is the same meaning as kamopashate, manurikashate.
Yeah, manurika. No, there I think there is anger. I think
that is kama and krodha, right?
Krodha. It's not anger over here. Yes, according to what Govinda is given anger. According to Govinda Raja, it is kopaha. But I think the main comment is given shouldn't say main, but they are given dainyam, the disappointment, sorrow, affliction. So grief, sorrow, affliction. This is So I think you're right. The first meaning is correct. Indignation, you feel kind of upset that you've been wronged. So the anger. Anyway, those kind of meaning. But thank you for the website. I'll keep this website. Thank you. So I guess we'll use this one for today. Thank you, Ravi. Okay. So manyur esha manyu apaniyatham. Dhatu this is the passive now. Remember, I told you many times in the class today. It has to be. What lakara is here, Ravi? What lakara do you have? We have the lot lakara. Lot lakara. Apaniyatham. So may it be, and the passive is very fashionable, almost preferred in Sanskritam. Don't say please remove your disappointment, or let your disappointment be removed. So let this disappointment be removed. So we can say like this. So upasarga up, then dhatu was ni prapane, right, Ravi? Correct? It's prapane? I think it's prapane.
Yes, Satish. Ni prapane.
Ni prapane, very good. So you had the lakara of lot, and this is the karmani prayogaha, because it's referring to referring to the manyuhu. Manyuhu, so that this is third person singular because of manyuhu. So manyur eshaha apaniyatam. So what happens here is that, of course, the usual steps, you get halantyam, upadishanasika it. Now you have to use ta atamja. Ta atamja, the second set of, because bhavakarmanoho only atmanipadam. Bhavakarmanoho always only atmanipadam. I know I said many times today, but it is something worth remembering, only atmanipadam. So we have to then use ta atam ja, etc. So they are the second set of 9. And because here the manyuhu is the Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam, you have to use ta. What's the next step, Ravi, after ta?
Sarvadhatuke yak.
No, let's finish this Nityakaram here first. Let's finish with this. What's in 3.4? What do we have to use now? 3.4?
Oh, then tita atmane padanantere.
Tere, and then after that?
Ametaha.
Ametaha. So what happens is that, Ram, is that if you have a tit lakara, lit or lord, right now we have lord, then immediately in the Atmani, the T bhaga takes an ekara adesha. The ta will become te. The T bhaga is the end starting with the last vowel to the last end of the term. So the T bhaga of ta is the akara at the end. It becomes an ekara, becomes te. And then because of lord, this is for any tit lakara. In Atmanipadam. In tit lakara, the T bhaga becomes ekara. So these are only defaults up here. These are only defaults. But if the lakara stirs an it, it includes lut, lit, lut, lot. And then you have to make the T bhaga into an ekara. And then also comes here, this is for any lakara which stirs an it. And then for lot, we get ametaha. The A becomes am. A becomes ametaha. So we can use 3, 4, 90. Now put them all together in one shot, make save some time for us. So, ni, tam. So I brought in the tipta ji, pratyaya ta came in there, then tita atmanipadanam tere, and I also did ametaha. This first one was done because the lakara stirs in it, and the second one was done because of the lot lakara. And then as Ravi said, sarvadhatuke yak, no matter what gana dhatu you have. If you have in bhavakarmanoho, in the passive, you get the pratyaya yak, sarvadhatuke yak. Only kartari shap. Shap is only kartari. If you have in the passive, sarvadhatuke yak. So apaniyatam, sarvadhatuke yak. Anubandha lope ya, kalantyam. So apaniyatam. So we get niyatam is the final form using sarvadhatuke yak. I think we got it now. So niyatam, sarvadhatuke yak. Okay. I think we have done the shloka now. I think we have done it. Let's see. We can go translation. Okay. I am pleased. What do you think? I am?
Asmi.
Pleased.
Pritaha.
I think cho, you can supply the cho. Homage.
Atithyam.
This is from Atithi. It's something which is
Oh.
done. Atithyam from Atithi.
Atithi devo bhava.
Devo bhava, right? Atithyam. In fact, Ravi, you have a sutra for this for us? Atithyam?
There's some yat pratyaya coming there.
Yes, Atithyam. There's a section.
Tilopaha.
There's a special sutram which just for the word Atithi. And maybe some other words also. Tripale pratyakam, which is for the benefit of that. Something which you do to benefit the Atithi is called Atithyam. So that one is a pratyaya. Let me in Amara Kosha, I will look at quickly. Atithyam. Atithe for Atithi, when you do something, becomes Atithyam. Okay, 260 page 33. Amara Kosha is a good place to look at all these sutras. Quickly you can find the answer, where these sutras is. Because this one I happen to know. There's a special rule for the Atithyam. Okay. Atithi. So Atithau sadhu pathi atithi 44104 iti Atithaya idam 5426. Atithaya idam. Then for an Atithi, something we done for Atithi. 5-4, 5-4-26, 5-4-26, 5-4-26. Atitherinyah. So which is done for the Atithi. 5-4-26 Atithyam becomes Atithya. Adivriddhi. Then the ending ikara goes by the bhasanya yascheti cha. So yascheti cha Atithyam. So Atithyam. So 5-4-26. Then you have the Teshwa Chamadehe 7-1-1-7. Then ending ikara will go by Yachibham and then Yascheti cha Atithyam. Okay, so hospitality, homage has been done. Which is that?
Kritam.
Kritam. By you in
Kritam.
the words. This is the commentary. This is the comment. Brackets is the commentary, by the way. Atithyam Kritam. When you see Gita pressed in brackets, that means it is talking about the commentary. Let's see. Atithyam Kritam. Paritosha vachane naiva satkaraha kritaha. Paritosha vachane naiva. By your kind words itself, you have done your Atithyam. Okay. Now let this. Okay, that let is the Lord, by the way.
Eshaha.
Lord.
Eshaha.
Yeah, this is Eshaha. This is Eshaha. Now the let is Lord.
I see. Yeah.
I think that's what the word let. I don't know. It came when you have Lord in Sanskrit means let in English. So let be banished. This let be banished. Let be banished is that
Niyatam.
apaniyatam. Okay. And sad thought. That is the
I think it's Manyu only that is left.
Manyo. This one is in brackets. This one is brackets. It should be in brackets, okay? That your hospitality has not been accepted by me. That is clearly in the brackets. That, and he says that, Manyo, as I think I read to, Puja Anangi Karajam. That they didn't accept your hospitality. Okay. So we got that Manyo Reshopaniyata, the should in brackets. So the next sloka we're going to see is the prasangaha of the Surasa, which is 5-1-169 in this. This is the Gita Press numbers, okay? So this one was she was sent by the Devas to test Hanuman. So she was sent and she extended mouth. She was waiting there to see how Hanuman, and she had a boon from Brahmaji that he has to enter into his mouth and then only go. The question is how will he go? Will you enter? That was a pariksha. Buddhimata. He has the buddhimattam or not. So buddhimattvasya pariksha. So okay, let's read the shloka. So buddhimat is known as buddhimatvam is intelligence. The buddhimattvasya pariksha. Okay. Pavishtosmi hi te vaktram dakshayani namostate. Gamishye yatra vaidehi satyaschasid varastava. Pavishtosmi shite vaktram dakshani namostate. Gamishye yatra vaidehi satyaschasid varastava. Pradacheda Ravi for us.
Yeah. Pravishtaha asmi hi te vaktram dakshayani Namaha astu te gamishye yatra vaidehi satyah cha asit varaha tava.
This is Surasa. He's saying Surasa. Another Eid Agama, Ravi. Another Eid Agama. How about that? Back to back. Back to back. We just said Abravit. Now comes Chasit. Let's finish that off. So we can copy paste the same Abravit down here. Dhatu is us over here. Us. So just like we had in Asit, Sutram here, Ravi?
Astisicho prukte.
Very good. Astisicho prukte. Astisicho prukte. So when you have the Dhatu, I think this is what 1796 probably, right? Yeah, correct. Sure, Dhatu as is there, or Dhatu or the Sich Pratyaya, and following that Aprukta Pratyaya is the Id Agamaha. Asti Sichaha. So following Asti or Sich, Aprukta Pratyaya, Aprukta Ekal Pratyaya. So what happens is going to the same steps with Abravit, same steps, you do the Lang Lakara. This is also defective Dhatu, by the way. As becomes Bhu. As becomes Bhu. Anything else except the let, lot, lung, vidiling, as becomes Bhu. on the anuprayoga lit, it becomes darshayamasa. But anywhere else, as will become bru. Just like bru was defective. Defective, it doesn't take all the tenses and modes. It changes when ardha dhatu ke pare. As also is like that. But here difference is that, so as plus lang, again tip, itascha, this part is the same. This is also the same. Kartari shap, adipurbuddha shapaha, numatangasya. So everything else here is all the same. Only thing here we're going to use the 96. You're going to use 96. Otherwise, very similar form. There's one complication with Ravi, which is what is the complication here, Ravi? You know complication, Ravi? What's the question I'm going to ask you, Ravi, now?
No, Satish.
Okay, think about what I'm putting. Just think about what I'm putting this down. You'll get it. What is the complication? Okay, you're going to put the numbers on. You'll get it. I think, Ravi. Okay, this part is the same. This part is the same. This part will be the same. Only number is different. Becomes 96, right? Become 96. This is also the same. Now, of course, there's no guna anything over here, so that we don't need. So we got us plus it. As you know, here that you can be okay. I had a different thing in mind. Okay.
Adajadinam.
Adajadinam. But that was not my question. I had a more difficult question for you. Correct. Adajadinam is correct. So Ravi is saying is that instead of getting the ad-agamaha, you get the ad-agamaha. The dhatu is ajadi. This next sutram, 6472. And after that, what do you use after that?
Atascha vriddhi.
Atascha vriddhi. What's the sixth one? What? 89, 90 or is 90? And the vriddhi rechi next, atascha vriddhi. So because the dhatu as is ajadi, you get the ad-agamaha, not the ad-agamaha. Why will ad not work, Ravi? Why will ad not work? Ad will not work. Why?
We could get atogune.
Very good, atogune. So if you just had ad, you could not get the akasvin. Here you get atogune, puro ekadesha, pararupam ekadesha syat. It spoils the whole thing, atogune. So now that to be, so this one is going to be atascha 6190, vriddhi, puro ekadesha. So you get the ad agamaha here, ad agamaha. You get the ad agamaha followed by the as, then you do atascha, asit. So here we have that. So we don't need the guna operation. We don't need this. We do need the adagamaha. So we may take that one out. We don't need echayava yavaha. We don't need that. We got the adagamaha. Then you have to use. Then the question of tricking you, Ravi, was that what will be the plural form of this? Plural form of this, Ravi?
Asit, astam, asan.
Asan. I mean, asan, the akara of us is going away, right? By what sutram?
Shnasoralopaha, yes.
Shnasoralopaha. Now, when the akara of us is gone, why do you still get adagamaha?
That's because of asiddhavadatrabhat.
Very good. I'm impressed. Very good. You passed. Yes, correct. Very good. Asiddhavadatrabhat. Okay. So what I was asking, Ravi, is that when you get the plural form asan, then what happens is that the akara of us takes lopaha, because of this sutram shnasoralopaha. You still get the form asan, but the dhatu is no longer ajadi. Still the ad agama comes in there because the sutram shnasoralopaha, and the, not to spend too much time, but just make a note of it, is that adajadinam as well as the sutram shnasoralopaha, they come in a special section, these two, which is also as asiddhatvam. There's a mutual asiddhatvam. In this section, mutually, the rules don't see each other. If they're the same nimittam, the same operation scale, they don't see each other. From 6422, asiddhavadatrabhat. From 6422 to end of 64, also asiddhatvam is there. Of course, we are used to sutram uratra siddham, which you all know, uratra siddham. Besides that, the sutram 6422 is a tricky asiddhatvam is also there. They're mutually asiddham. They act independently of each other. So that's one question for Ravi. Anyway, we don't need it right now. So because in the plural form you get asan, you still get the adagamaha in spite of the akar lopaha. Because when you have to do the adagamaha when 6472 comes, he doesn't see the allopaha done by 64111 because of asiddhavat Atra abhat. That's what it is. Okay. So asan, asit means was. Third person singular was. So now who was? Let's look at that. Okay. Asit. Okay. Now pravishto asmi means of course I am. That's straightforward like before. Dhatu as shapluk. Same as before. Asmi means I am. Now he can mean yasmat. Can mean yasmat. Or he can be indeed also. Padapurane. Padapurnartham. It can just be like a filler. It can be indeed, surely. Or it can also mean yasmat. So with he, what we should do is that first try the meaning of yataha, yasmat. If that does not work, then go to the indeed, like a padapurane. Then it doesn't have much meaning. Indeed, it doesn't have much meaning, but it may mean yasmat. So let's see what is coming. Now we are out of context right now, so we don't know the context. It's going to be hard for us to make a decision quickly on this one. But we'll keep it open for the time being. Now te is what? Te is tava. Tava vaktram is shashti most likely here. Te vaktram, tava vaktram pravishtosmi. I have entered your mouth. He dakshayani. So dakshaputri, it is daksha. So it is apatyam. So it is descendant of daksha. So this surasa was an offspring of daksha. And dakshayani is form which you get. So he dakshayani. This is sambuddha. Sambuddhi. So it is address. He dakshayani. And this one is namostute, straightforward. Namostute. This is tubhyam, by the way. This is tubhyam te. This is tavate. Te vaktram. Tava vaktram. And then it says tubhyam te. Namostu lot lakaraha. Same dhatu as. So that is because look at this one. Look at you have asmi in the same sentence. I am. Astu. Let there be. Let there be namaskara to you. Namostute. And then asi means there was. Was. So I am. Let there be, and somebody was. Three in the same. So namaha is an avyayam, astu, and then this namaha requires a chaturthi with that. Like Shivaya namaha, Devaya namaha, Indraya namaha, Varunaya namaha. So always namaha requires a sutram for us quickly, Ravi.
Namasvasti swaha swadhalam vashad yogacha.
Vashad yogacha, very good. Where will that be, Ravi?
Karaka. Yeah, Karaka Prakara.
No, it will be in the Vibhakti Vidhanam, not Karaka. It will be in the, because this is Upapada Vibhakti, not a Karaka Vibhakti, it is Upapada Vibhakti. It gets the Chaturthi without the Sampradana Sanya.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So Nama Rudraya, right? Rudra doesn't get a Sanya Sampradanam. He gets Chaturthi without Sampradanam. This is Upapada Vibhakti. Namaswasti Swaha. In fact, that's where they think of that when there's a clash, Narayanam Namaskaromi, right? We talked about it, Narayanam Namaskaromi. So when there's a clash between a Upapada Vibhakti and a Karaka Vibhakti, the Karaka Vibhakti is Baliyasi. The Karaka Vibhakti overrules. When you have Namas plus Karomi, you say Narayanam Namaskaromi, not Narayana Namaskaromi, because the Dhatu Kru has come there. The Dvitiya is by Karmani Dvitiya. The Karmani Dvitiya is a Karaka Vibhakti, right? So we Karmani Dvitiya. Depends on the Karaka of Karma. While the Namaswasti Swaha is a Upapada Vibhakti. So even though Namaha is there, but Karomi is going to dominate. But Narayanam Namaskaromi, not Narayanaya Namaskaromi. Anyway, the Ravi is right. Namaswasti Swaha is Sutram 2.3.16. So Te is Tubhyam. Because of that Sutram, Namaswasti Swaha 2.3.16 requires Chaturthi to that person. Namaskar is being done for whom? So let there be salutations to you. I have entered your mouth, O Dakshayani, Pravishtosmi. Now one more small detail over here is that Pravishtaha normally should be used in the passive only. Tayoreva kutyakta kalarthaha. Because we say Ramena Vali Hataha, right? My favorite example. So Vali was killed by Ramaha. So Pravishtaha should be I have been entered. See, Vali is killed by Rama, Ramena Vali Hataha. Pravishtaha asmi, then I have been entered. It should be I have been entered. Right? Let's say Hato asmi, which means I have been killed. I have been hit. English, Hata is hit in English, right? Hata, I have been hit. You see, Pravishtos, we should be I have been entered then. So Ravi can give an answer to that, my question. Why is in this case Pravishtaha not in the Tavoreva Krityakta Kalarthaha?
I don't know, Satish.
Right below it, Ravi, the Sutram is there, right below that only. Because you can look at the Apavada below it, right? So you start Kartari Krit. As a default, any Krit Prat is Kartari. Tayoreva Krityakta pravishtaha, kta, kta, kalartha. Bhavakarmanoho eva, kutyakta kalarthaha. But then comes the important apavada for that. It is very important sutram. Natyartha karmaka shli shashing stha sa vasa jana ruha ruha jiryati bhyascha. My favorite Gita example for this is yoga rudhaschatas, yoga rudha, ashva rudha. He is the one who has climbed on the horse, ashva rudha. He is not the one who's been climbed on. He has climbed. Ramaha vanangataha. Rama has gone to the forest. He has not been gone to. He has gone. Because gatyartha. Same thing here. Pravishhtosmi. I have entered. Because the dhatu here, pravish, Ravi is gatyartha. So this pravishtaha can be active, can be passive. You could also say, you could have also said, Ramena vanam gatam. Ramena vanam gatam ityapi vaktum shakyate. Ityapi sadhu. But Ramaha vanam gata ityapi vaktum shakyate. You can say, so because of that 3472, it's a gatyartha dhatu, it can take it in the active sense, kartari cha, kartari cha. So pravishtaha is by 3472 is an active form. We'll be very careful. That's why I don't like this term, past passive participle. Very bad term, very bad term. So this ekta is past passive. Many times it's not passive. It's not passive many times. In fact, it's not even a past tense many times. So that's what this term PPP, past passive participle, should be avoided for this pratyakta, pratyaha. So pravishtaha is actually he has entered. Pravishtaha is 3472. It's an active voice, active gatyartha dhatu. Gatya dhatu is he has entered, not he is. He's not been entered. He has entered. Okay. Gamishye yatra vaidehi. Yatra means yasmin sthane. Saptami. Yatra vaidehi vartate. Tatra gamishye. Ashaparagaha. The dhatu gam is parasmaya padi. Only take parasmaya pada affixes. It should be gamishyami. Gamishyami. Dhatu gamru. Dhatu gamru is not. It should take gachati. Not gache, you don't say gache, gachati. So this looks like asha prayoga. So gamish is straightforward form. Gamishyami is a lit lakaraha. Lit lakaraha, what you put on the board is straightforward. Bhavishyati, gamishyami, gamishye. Only thing strange, taken the atmanepadam here. Atmanepadam. So you get the sya pratyaha by shyatasi latoho. You get the sya pratyaha, gamishye should have been gamishyami, but chandonurodhat. To fit the meter. Gamishye yatra vaidehi tatra. Yat padam, look for the tat padam. Always connect. Yet because it might be understood. Yatra vaidehi tatra gamishye. I will go there. There, where Sita is. So there is, you have, how many sentences do you have? First one. You could look at the shloka. You have 4 sentences here. Pravishtosmi hite vaktram. Indeed, I have entered your mouth. Dakshani namostute. Let there be salutations to you, O Dakshani. Gamishyatra vaidehi. I shall go where Sita is. And this third sentence, fourth sentence, Satyascha sitava varaha, is your boon has been proved to be true. Has been proved to be true. So these are 4 sentences in one shloka. Because ekating vakyam, you have asmi over here, you have astu over here, you have gamishya over here, and you also have asid over here. Satyaha, cha, asid, straightforward. Varaha, tava varaha, your boon, straightforward. So what do the commentators say very quickly, and then we'll go to translation. Anything special they add to this one? Let us see. Pravishhtosmi hite vaktram dakshani namostute gamishya. Okay, let's see what it says. Pravishta iti dakshani he daksha prajapati santane. Daksha prajapati santane. So you are descendant of Daksha. Atayava natihi. That is why he's saluting her. Because she is a descendant of Daksha Prajapati. So he has to be kind to her, show respect. Atayava, therefore natihi. Therefore he's saluting her. Atayava natihi. Satyascha asid satyo jataha. Means he says this technically means that your boon was true. But he says your boon has become true, has become jataha. So asid means jataha, has turned out to be true. Jataha. Then what was the varaha? Vadana pravesha rupatvat tasya. Because that varaha Brahmaji has given her a boon that 2 crosses here should enter her mouth and only he can go. So this Okay. Badana pravesha rupatattasya. Another commentator says, He Dakshayani, te vaktram, again it was padanvayaha, te vaktram aham pravishtoasmi. Ataeva tavavaraha satyaha asit. Ataha yatra vaidai tatra gamishye. Te namostu. Te namostu. What happened to the she, by the way? Nobody talked about the she? Dakshani, Ataeva. The she is Padapurana, I think. Because so far, two commentaries, there's no commentary on he. Padapurana, looks like it's Padapurana, I think. Ataeva. Maybe you can do it like this, How about this one? Because I have entered your mouth, therefore your boon has come true. That's not bad. Because they put ataha eva. So yato hi pravishtoasmi te vaktram ataha tavavaraha satyaha asyataha. That's not a bad connection, but they're not giving it. Nobody is saying anything here. Dakshapatyam. Okay, nobody's talking about he. Okay, let's see what Gita Press has done. Have they ignored it? Okay, let's start. Indeed, there it is. Indeed. So they're not taking it. They're not taking it. What is indeed here?
Satishji?
Yeah,
If
indeed.
we have, if we take it as because, then how can you explain the cha in the satyascha?
Yeah, the chas can always be because Gamish, because you have four actions here, right? You can say, you can make it like this. Namostute.
Okay.
Right? So you can make it ancha gamishami, and then make it because I entered your mouth, your boon, but this vyavadhanam is very bad over here. You have two things coming in between here. So that is not very good. So, but you could try that. That's not too bad, but this placement is not in our favor. Okay. Anyway, that's the choice that you have. Okay. So indeed, he. Now, I have entered. What is that? Pravishtaha asmi, right?
Pravishtos asmi. Yeah.
Then your
Te.
Mouth is
Vaktram.
And is cha down here. Cha. The boon is
Varaha.
Granted to you. What is that?
Maybe asit? No.
Tava.
That is we has been. Tava.
Tava. Your boon. Granted to you. Tava. Has been honored.
Honored is satya. Has been as asit.
Has been, very good. Has been honored. Correct. My salutation is namaha.
Namostu.
I think matkritaha. Namaha. Matkritam. Be to you. That is, to you is. Be is astu. Be to you is te. Oh, daughter of Daksha is, of course, obvious. Dakshayani. I shall move.
Gamishye.
We taught in the class today that when you do Uttam Purusha, the Karta can only be Asmat. You don't have to say Aham Gamishye. You don't have to say. It is understood. Because it can only be Asmat. We talk about Uttam Purusha means only Asmat, only Eka Vachanam. And Asmat has no Linga Bheda. Linga Bheda Nasti. So it has to be Aham, only nothing else. So Gamishye, the Karta, has to be only Aham. Move to the place where, I think that you can take it as this.
Yatra.
Tatra, understood. Tatra. Sita Vaidehi is understood. Vartate. Yatra Vaidehi Vartate Tatra Gamishyami. The next prasanga is this. This was Surasa, by the way. Now Simhika, she's the bad one. She's the villain. Simhika is the villain, by the way, who comes and wants to eat him up. Simhika. I think she's the one with the shadow, if I'm not mistaken. I think she had this boon that anybody who comes in contact with her shadow, this is Ramayanam. She has to be ready for all of this. I think anybody who comes in contact with her shadow is going to become her prey. So she kills with her shadow. Let's see, Gasyamanam. Yeah. So I think he contacts her shadow and he gets if I'm not mistaken, Vajjana Kapihi, the Charana, Kasyavam Chandram Purnam Parvani Gram. Yeah. So she's going to be. Now he kills her. He kills her entering her mouth. So that's the next prasanga. So Tatastu Samprapya Samudra Tiram Samikshna. Sorry. Rit Sa Hanumata Papat Vidurambasi. Swayambhuvaiva Hanuman Srishtastasya Nipatane Ritarit Sa Hanumata Papat Vidurambasi Swayambhuvaiva Hanuman Srishtastasya Nipatane. Purchase Ravi for us, please.
Hruta Hrut Sa Hanumata Papata Vidhurambhasi.
No, Pudacheda there.
Oh, it's Vidhuhu Ambhasi.
No, try again.
Vidhuhu Ambhasi.
Vidura Ambasi. Vidura Ambasi. Vidura Ambasi. Okay. I think you get the mistake. What it says? I think she had the bone. I'm sorry. Dragged along, drawn by the monkey. Went to master. Eagerly watched Hanuman, Sumeru, Simhika by name, who was able to change her form at will, had grown out of proportion. Today I shall be shared with a long time. After a long time, this used creature fell into my hands. She clutched his shadow. Oh, she can grab his shadow. Okay, so by grabbing his shadow, he can grab him. I guess the shadow being seized, amongst not her shadow, his shadow. She grabbed his shadow. Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Ravi. So Vidura Ambasi.
Vidhura Ambhasi. Swayambhuvaha.
No, again. No.
Oh, Swayambhuva.
Correct, very good.
Swayambhuva eva.
Very good. Swayambhuva eva. Rudirechi. Swayambhuva eva.
Hanuman. Srushtaha. Tasyaha.
Very good.
Nipatane.
So one more time. Rit. Prathama ekvachanam Silinge. Sta, of course, Prathama ekvachanam Pratipadikam Tat. Hanumata Titya ekvachanam. Papata is a Tingantam Padam. We'll come to it in a second. Dhatu Pat means she collapsed. Vidura has a number of meanings. I think means like she was afflicted, terrified. Vidura. I think this is formed in a couple of different ways. I think Unadi Kosha, looking before the class, has this Vidura means kind of mean devoid, means depressed, who has lost support. Vidura. From Dhatu Vyat. Vyate has Samprasaranam Da Kitcha. So this Dhatu Vyad takes Samprasaranam, become V, and becomes the Dhakara. This is Unadi Kosha for you. So the Dhatu Vyasita basically. So Vyasate bibheti yasmat sa vidhuro atyanta viyogaha shairatyago va. So vidhuraha, that from which you are afraid. Atyanta viyogaha shairatyago va. This is saying so. What the commentators give Vidhura? Vidhura is, let's see what all they're giving. Vidhura, it's an adjective. Vidhura is an adjective. Vidhura. This number is, okay, Vidhura hadhatarita. Vidura is Artha, Govindaraja, Artha, afflicted, Vidura. And what is this? Vidura, Prana Shunya, she lost her life, Prana Shunya. Vidura is what Tilaka says, Prana Shunya, Vidura, Prana Shunya. Vidura is Garvebhyo Vyukta. Three different meanings for you. How about that? 3 different meanings for you. Tilaka says she is Vidura, Prana Shunya. She lost her life. She lost her life. Without lifeless. Prana Shunya. Then the other one says Vidura Garvebhya Vyukta. So she was devoid of her pride now. So she was deprived of her pride. Then Govindaraja says Vidura is Artha, afflicted. Anyway, basically got the meaning. She was lifeless. She was dejected. She was, devoid of any pride. Vidura Ambasi Swayambhuva eva Hanuman. So Vidura is adjective to that Sa Simhika. Ambasi, of course, Ambas Pratipadikam Saptami Ekavachanam Jale. Ambasi is Jale, Apsu, in the water, straightforward, in the water. Swayambhuva. Swayambhu Pratipadikam. Ukarantam Pratipadikam. Ukarantam Pratipadikam. Ukarantam Brahmana. So Brahmana. Swayambhuva equals Brahmana. So Brahmaji himself. Swayambhuva. Titya Ekavachanam. Of course, by now you know Sutram over here, which is the Ashishnu Dhatu Bhruvam, you or Yung Vangau. So I'll just put the form here. We have done the examples already many times. So Swayam Bhuva is Pratipadikam Swayam Bhu. Swayam, sorry. Swa, Swayambhu. Swayambhu plus the Titya Ekvachanam equals Swayam Bhva. Uvangadesha. Doesn't matter whether the Ukar is long or short. Uvang is always short, but don't forget, the Uvangadesha is only short to Uvang. Doesn't matter if this U is long or not. The Uvangadesha will be only short to. Don't forget that. Don't think that because the U was long, you get Uvangadesha. No. I say only Uvang. So whether it's short to long U, but it belongs to a dhatu. It belongs to a dhatu. That's why you got the Uvangadesha, not Ikonachi. 6477. Brahmana. Swayambhuva Brahmana. So Swayambhuva. How about this one, Ravi? What do you think of this one? Rita. What is that? Rita.
One who has been deprived of her heart.
Prana, basically. So Gata Prana. Now, Apasita Prana. Gata Prana. One whose life has been. This is a very common Bahuvari compound. I love this, but Bahuvari compound. We talked in the class this morning. In the morning Bhagavatam class, we talked in the Bhagavatam class. Is that, these compounds are very, very useful. Very beautiful compounds. Very versatile. Like, says in Gita, Sitaprajnascha ka bhasha samadhistascha kesha. Vigata shokaha. So these are all these compounds. You have Nishthantam padam in the beginning. It's a Bahuvari compound. One who's Bahuvari compound. Like I gave you some example in this class also. Like we say, one who's blind. Nashta chakshuh. One who's blind. One who's enthusiastic. One who's happy. Jata harshaha. So jataha harshaha yasya saha. Then how one who's enthusiastic? Jatotsaha. Utsaha. So jataha utsaha yasya saha. Then he says, we can say, let's say he has no doubts. Gatashankaha. So gataha shankaha yasya saha. You can keep on making all these compounds, very nicely you can make it, So let us see one who has, arrived where he wants to arrive. So prapta sthanaha. You can say that. Praptam sthanam yena saha. You can make this compound in very, very different meanings. But my question for you is that Rit Prajapadikam Rit or Hridaya is there? The question is that Panini has a sutram here, by the way, which talks about the Rit Adesha for Hridaya. Panini talks about Rit Ade, very long, nice sutram. Paddannomas, very good. Paddannomas Rin. But only Shastrabhatishu. The Hridaya takes Rit Adesha, only Shastrabhatishu. Now, Ditya Bahuvachanam, Shas and on down, we have Prathama Ekvachanam. What do we do now? Because actually there, looking at the Kashika, but here we cannot explain. Using a sutram, we cannot explain this form. Because Hridaya takes the Rid Adesha, according to Panini, Shastrabhatishu. There's also another section in Ashtadhyayi where Panini talks about Hridaya Rid Adesha. Ravi, that's in 6.3, in compounds. Ridlekaha. Richokaha, now in Gita, we'll just talk Gita for a second, right? Ishvara Sarvabhutanam, Riddeshe comes in Gita, Arjuna Tishtati. So Riddeshe, that comes in this chapter 6, the Hridaya Riddadesha. Here, Hridaya Ridd. Lekha Yaddanlaseshu. Now, and then Va, Shoka Krishya. Maybe it's so. So this one is also roga, Krishyang rogeshu. So 6.3. And in that Vyakyanam, that because the problem we're having right now is Hridaya is a Shabda really. Hridaya takes Riddadesha Sarpani Shastrabhuti. That will not help us. These will also not help us. These are talking about compounds, Puropada. Also will not help us. But in 6.3.51 is a Vyakyanam which is going to, I think, save us. Basically, this form is, kind of a little bit of a, not according to Panini, strictly speaking, which says, Hridaya Shabdena, Samanarth is in the Kashika now. If I can show I can show the Kashika right here, as a matter of fact. Hridaya Shabdena, Samanarthaha. So there is a, what happened to my Kashika? 1 second. No, okay. I can do it here. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me read from the book. The Hridaya Shabdena, There is a okay, I show it to you here. There is a shabda called Riddha, which is the same meaning as Hridaya, is what Kashika says, because there are many places in place of Hridaya, Riddha is being used. And it doesn't follow all the conditions that Panini has set for it. Then we have to assume that if Panini has given only like a sampling of the conditions, Hridaya becomes Riddha. So 6351, Hridaya Riddha Adeshaha. So 6351, okay, here it is, 6351, okay. Okay. Hridaya Shabdena Samanartha, Rit Shabdaha. Prakriti Antaram. It's a different Prajpadikam from Hridaya. Samanartha, Asti. Tena Eva Siddhe. That is will do the job for us. Vikalpa Vidhanam Prapanchartham. So this is only Prapanchartham Panini gives, only to give, like, elaborate. Basically, Kashika, there is a Rit Shabda, which is same meaning as Hridaya, even the Panini doesn't say that. We have to accept that Vyakhyanam, and we have to then say Rita, become a Takarana Prajpadikam. So one whose heart has been taken away, So, okay, let me get back to my Kashika. Okay, so let's go back to Sundarakandam. All right, Sundarakandam. Okay, so Rita, we got that. Pratama Sa, Simhika, Hanumata, Ba Hanumata. Where does this connect now? Hanumata Rita. Hanumata Rita Rita. This goes inside the compound, really. This was inside the compound. So she was one whose heart had been grabbed by Hanuman. Hanumata Rita Rita. This is a kavyam, it's kavyam going on. Rita and Rit kavya, some sound effect is there. So Rita Rita, Hanumata Rita Rita, Sa Papata. Papata, of course, that is lit prayogaha at the pratyaya null, then do the atopathayaha, abhyasakaryam, haladisheshaha, all usual rules, nothing really special here, papata. So maybe I'll put some numbers down, papata. But we have nothing new we haven't seen before. So I'll put some numbers down. So papata. So this is the lit prayogaha, so we get null pratyaya coming here. In the meanwhile, abhyasaha, it is dhatu anabhyasasya, haladisheshaha, abhyasakaryam. Then you get the anubandha lopa, of course, and you have to use the prasnipadanam, null atus us ityadi, nalladesha. And then finally, atopadhaya, papata. Papata means she fell, she crashed. Papata, she crashed. And let's see, what do we have? Vidura, we talked about Ambasi in the water, Swayambhuva Eva. So by the creator himself, by the creator Brahmaji himself, Hanuman Srishta, Dhatu Sruj. Quickly, Ravi, what sutra means Srishta?
Sruj, is it Vrashtyam?
Vrashtyam, correct. Vrashtyam.
Srujam Ruja
Yajaraja, correct. This is 8236. Get the Murdhanya Adesha, Apavada for Chokuho. So because he was Srishta. So Srishta 8236. Tasyaha Nipatane. So in the matter of destroying, of felling her down, putting her down, in the matter of putting her down. This is Saptami. In the reference of, in that context, putting her down, Hanuman was as if created by the creator himself. This means self-born. Swayambhu is self-born, this is Brahmaji. Okay, let's see, Valramji, ready? With her heart, the very seat of life torn asunder. What do you have?
Hrita Hritsa.
Rita, not Sa. Rita.
Sa, her heart. Sa.
No, that's she, coming here, she.
Oh,
she.
okay.
This is understood, her heart. So, because, yeah, so with her heart torn asunder. Torn asunder, this is Rita. Kind of Rita. Taken away, grabbed away. Heart is Rit, we just talked about that. Hridaya is the word. Rit can be used kind of in a loose way. And then Bahuvari compound by Hanuman.
Hanumata.
She is the Sa, we just talked about that. Fell down, dead.
Papata. Fell down is Papata.
Dead is understood.
Yeah.
No, sorry, no. Dead is Vidura.
Vidura.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yes, you're right. No, dead is not understood. Dead is Pranashunya. Pranashunya, Vidura, Pranashunya. That's dead, correct. Dead. Into the water is Ambasi.
Ambasi.
Then Hanuman was created.
Srishtaha.
Srishta, very good. As an instrument. Okay, her is what?
Tasya.
Tasyaha.
Yeah.
Sandhi is going on there. As an instrument
I
for
think Nipatane is understood. Maybe.
Nipatane is a Saptami, Vishaya Saptami. In that matter. So you have to translate like this only. This is the matter.
But for an instrument, should ya come? Like,
No, it should be like a Tritiya, Vishaya with Nipatanaya for that purpose.
Yeah.
Nipatanaya, Nipatanartham would have been more clear. But Nipatane in that matter is created. Means basically to destroy her.
Okay.
In the matter of her destruction, he was created. So that means that's it. Yeah, but you're right. Could be straightforward. Nipatanartham will be straightforward. This is you can understand from the Saptami. In that context, what else can it be? To kill her only. So destruction is Nipatanam. So by the self-born creator,
Swayambhuva.
Swayambhuva.
I think himself becomes Eva there.
Very good. Himself means that is self. Avadharane. Swayambhuva by the Lord himself. That itself. Eva. So, okay, time is up. All right. Give me 5 minutes. I will stop. Promise you. We will just give you Padacheda and some homework for next time. We'll do this next time. The last shloka. Not the last shloka. See, Valmiki has a style. He puts very loaded shlokas at the end, which are very nice, by the way. At the end of each sarga, this is a long sarga, Subrat sarga. So there he has nice about, we chose only one for the landing, for the Upasamharaha. So Valmiki has 1, 2, 3, 4 nice verses, 2:10, 2:11, 2:12. We take only one of them. Let's just read it and we'll give some homework for next time. Tatastu samprapya samudratiram samiksha lankam girivarya murdhani kapistu tasmin nipapata parvate vidhuya rupam vyathayan mrugadvijan. Very straightforward. This is the good thing of Valmiki. He considers these long shlokas and he's so simple. Really. If you look at this, I think Balaji is quite simple. It's not that hard. But with so much practice you get. That's the thing about Ramayanam. You can get this so much practice without the level of difficulty going too much high. That's Valmiki's greatness. Without taking into too much difficulty, he gives you so much practice. And once in a while he trips you also. Once in a while he trips you. But 80% he keeps you on board, which is where it's so popular, right? That's his style. So look at this shloka. Nothing difficult here. Tatastu samprapya samudratiram, straightforward. Having reached the shore of the ocean, samiksha lankam, having seen Lanka, girivarya murdhani, means sitting on the top, on the head of the excellent mountain, girivarya, which is excellent, on the peak of an excellent mountain. Kapistu tasmin nipapata. Tasmin Girau, the Hanuman, Nipapata, we saw Nipapata. He descended on that, he landed, descended on that mountain. Tasmin Parvate Nipapata. Vidhuya Rupam, Dhu is to shaking off his form. Vidhuya Rupam, then Vyathayan, afflicting, troubling, alarming, Vyathayan. Mrugadvijan, Mruga of course is the beast, deer. Dvija has a lot of meanings. Dvija, anything which is twice born. It can be in Brahmanas, it can be a snake, comes out of an egg. It can mean your teeth, they're also twice born. It can also mean birds, they come from eggs. There are two births, anything which has two births. When you lose your teeth, you get new teeth. Dvija. Brahmana Upanayam Dvija. I mean technically Brahmana, Vaishya and the Kshatriya also. Dvija, twice born. And then you get also the snakes. Also the birds, this is going to be birds, Bhugat Dvijan. So anything which comes off an egg, also Dvija. So one more time, Tatastu samprapya samudratiram samiksha lankam girivarya murdhani. sorry, Murdhani, Girivarya, Murdhani, Murdh, there are 2 forms if possible. Okay, this is one homework. So his time is up. Let me give some homework. So Murdhani, find out the sutram which you have to have the 2 forms. Murdhani, Murdhani comes in Gita. Murdhnya Jayatana Pranam Ashito Yoga Dharanam, chapter 5, I believe, of Gita. Chapter for Murdhani comes in Gita, chapter 5. Murdhnya Jayatana. You already had the examples for this one. So yeah. Oh no, chapter 8. Chapter 8 number 12, Murdhani. So find a sutram homework next time. Murdhani, Murdhani. And then Kapistu Tasmin Nipapata Parvate Vidhuya. Of course, you have these Twa becoming Yap. Vidhuya Samiksha Samprapya. Look at this one. You have Samprapya, having reached the end of the ocean. Samiksha, having seen Lanka. Then Vidhuya Rupam, having cast off, shaken off his form. And Vyathayan is not that, but is adjective to him. There are 3 verbs because having done. Mugad Dvijan is straightforward. So one homework, Murdhani. Any other homework? Nothing difficult here really. Tatastu Samprapya Tiram Samikshalankan Girivad. Nothing here for homework for you. Okay, just 2 Murdhani. Okay, you want to try translation for us? We'll stop with that. Duly reaching. What are you going to try? What do you want to give? Duly reaching. Samprapya.
Okay.
Prap is to reach also. Not to, also can mean to reach. One is to obtain, it can also mean to reach. Samprapya. The seashore.
Samudratiram.
Samudratiram, seashore. You think it's very easy, but it has a vocabulary, by the way. Tiram, samudram. It does. You keep on Ramayana, and all of a sudden, you feel pretty confident after a while. This thing of Ramayana, it takes you such a gentle slope, But these words stick in your mind. Tiram, Samudram, Lankam, Girivarya, Murdhan. They stick in your mind. Okay. And perceiving?
Samiksha.
Samiksha. Iksh is to look. Comes in Gita. Ikshate yuktatma. Ikshate yoga yuktatma. Ikshate yoga yuktatma. From there.
Tataha.
Tataha, yes, correct. Very good. Tataha, from there. Tataha, good. Lanka.
Lankam.
Perched on the summit of Trikuta mountain, the foremost of mountains.
Something to do with Girivarya mountain, but I can't differentiate.
No, this
Giri is mountain.
Giri is mountain. Girivarya is the best. Varya. Fit to be chosen, I think. Vru becomes Varya, I think. Okay, that's the homework for you, Ravi. On the word Varya. Varya. I think it's Dhatu Vru is to Varane, is to choose. Varya is one who should be chosen, means the best one. So this best, foremost is Varya. Mountain is Giri. And the summit is Murdhan, the head. Okay, that's the thing. Murdhani and Saptami.
Murdhani.
The monkey.
Kapihi.
Kapihi. Where is Kapihi? Kapihi, correct. For his part, that's the
Tasmin.
Two.
Oh, 2.
But this is just it doesn't have much meaning. 2. Descended.
Nipapata.
On that mountain.
On that mountain is Tasmin. Yeah.
Parvate.
Parvate is mountain.
Tasmin, on that mountain Parvate Trikuta. Abandoning.
Yata.
Vidhuya.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Vidhuya, shaking off. Do is to shake. I think doing company, Ravi? Doing
Yes,
company?
that is doing company.
Company, thank you. His understood. Form.
Rupam.
And agitating.
Vyathayan.
The beast is
Mriga.
And birds, I just told you.
Dvija.
Okay. Let's stop here. It's a small homework. Varya for Ravi from Rubik and Varya, and Murdhani for you, Balranji, for Sutra from the examples. So next 3 weeks, we'll finish this small homework. We'll go second. It will not take us this long, by the way. It will not take us this long for each adhyaya. We'll have maybe 1 or 2 shlokas. That's most of them will have only 1 or 2. We had 5 here because it's very long adhyayas. Almost like 5 adhyayas we had now. It's a long adhyaya. We'll get some practice. We'll have only 1 Samshipta Vakyam and probably 1, maybe 2 shlokas. And we'll find we'll get more practice. So next class is on May 14th, second Saturday. Okay. Let's do Mangalacharanam. Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Vihata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Rama Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramastada Sosmyaham Rame Shittale Sada Bhautame Bho Ramama Muddhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatsalyam Ramanama Varanane Shri Ramanama Varanana Onnama Iti Dhanyavadaha Vilamanam Kshamyatam. How are you doing, Tavi? We are fine?
Yes, Satish.